Hello everybody, I have a great green project for you today. It is green in color, and also we're going to be able to reuse something. This is a Truvia container. I'm part of a awesome craft and arts collaboration on Facebook, and this month's theme was Pantone's Color of the Year, which is Greenery, and it's a medium green. It reminds me of St. Patrick's Day, maybe with a little bit more yellow to it. But anyway, when I was cleaning out my scrapbook room, my craft room, I came across this paper stack, and I thought, oh, that would be a really good stack to use as an inspiration. And then I saw I had this Truvia container, and I just thought this was a really cool container that you could reuse for something if you decorated it. So that's where my inspiration came from, and let's get started. I hope I have better luck today than I had yesterday when I was filming. If you follow me over on Facebook, I made a huge boo-boo, and I was making a card, and I spilled a glass of iced tea and ruined the whole thing. I posted the video. I did really good. I did not cuss. I did not yell, but I had to start from scratch. But I posted the oopsie video over on my Facebook page if you want to go watch that. It's under P.S. I Love You Crafts. So I have this Truvia container, and in case you don't know what Truvia is, it's a sweetener for people who are either dieting or who are diabetics. My daughter's a type 1 diabetic, so she uses Truvia. You know, some people use Sweet and Low, or I forget what the other ones are called. Sweet and Low and Splenda, and but this is something similar, and she really likes the taste of this better than the others, so we get these pretty often. But I just think that this is a really neat little box you could use for something. So that's what we're gonna do today. We're gonna cover it. So I have already cut everything out, otherwise we would be here forever, because it did take me a little bit of time to figure out the sizes. But what I did for the most part is measured the sizes of the front, back, the sides, the top, and this front piece right here. And I think I have a piece to cut for the inside also. And this is somewhat thin, so I'm going to double layer a few things, a few spots. Let's see, and I've marked some of these on the back so that I wouldn't get confused. Let's see, we have a front mat, we have a back. Okay, this is the front mat. So this is going to go on there just like that, and I think this is the front, right? So let's start by attaching that, and I'm just using regular scrapbook adhesive. I like these easy runners from Scrapbook Adhesives. I am going to use quite a bit of adhesive though, and I'm getting as close to the edge as I can. Oh snap, I just did that completely backwards. Okay, that's okay. Let me put this on here. Okay. All right. Now I can pick this up, and I can put it on the front here. I'm going to center that the best I can. And I really thought, since this container had green edges, that it would be good to do it in green. That way, if any of the green shows, it's really not going to matter. Okay. But you could paint the edges if you wanted. Mine is coming apart a little bit. You might want to add a little bit of glue to reinforce it. But I think once I get everything on here, I think it's going to be fine. Let's see. This is the back. So the other people in this collaboration, many of them are artists, and they do absolutely beautiful paintings. They do acrylic, watercolor. There are some mixed media artists. There are some crafters, and I hope you'll take a look at their videos, because they do wonderful, wonderful work. Okay, that's pretty good. Let's see what else I have. Okay, this is the lid on the outside. Good thing I marked these because they're so close in size, I would have had them mixed up. There's the lid. Okay. Press it down really good. And I am not going to do the sides. I mean, I think the colors are close enough that it's not going to matter. So I'm not going to do the sides because that's kind of an odd shape to figure out. So, and then this is the lid on the inside. Okay. So it will look nice when I open it up. So let's get that on there really good. And then this is the flap right here. And I did this in a different pattern. It has a polka dot pattern to it. So this was kind of cool. It's got a little bit of foil to it also. This one has foil to it too. I'm not sure that you can see that. Okay. There we go. And then these are the sides. Let's see here. Let me lay these out. Yeah. Make sure I get them in the right direction. Okay, let's go ahead and attach this one. And this will help reinforce the sides too, make them a little bit more sturdy. And I really should have cut reinforcements for the inside, front, and back, but I didn't. I'm not sure what I was thinking when I cut the pieces. Let's see. That's going to go in there. Perfect. Two more here. I had thought about using Mod Podge to attach these pieces because that would have worked really well. Sometimes when I use Mod Podge, I get a little bit messy though. And I didn't want to make too much of a mess on this. And with it being paper, oops, that's a little bit, let me see, I might do that sideways. It goes in there better that way. And with this being paper, I didn't want the paper to wrinkle. But if I was sticking this to a wood box or something like that, I definitely would have used the Mod Podge instead. Oops, I got a little bit close to the edge there, so I folded it under. It will be fine. It won't show. Now, let's see. Okay. So there we go. We have all of our sides covered, and it looks like a nice little index box. Okay. And really, I might look for some ink and see if I can ink these. The little tiny bit of white on there that's showing. I might do that. I don't have any right here with me, but when I get done the video, I will do that. Now to decorate, I think what I want to do, let's see, there we go, it's gonna close. This is a medallion off of one of the papers, and let's see if I can find the paper. See, there are medallions and different shapes on the papers. So I just cut that out. I freehand cut it. I didn't punch it. But I could have punched it if I had wanted to. And then I thought I would layer it. There was another paper that had this little circle on there. So I thought I would layer that. And then I have this green flower in my stash. Let's see. And then I have another green flower. I'm not sure. Let's see. Let me get something that I like here. And then I also have these that I bought. They're from Offray. And when I bought these, I wasn't sure exactly what I was going to use them for. But they are really cool for flower centers. Ooh, that's kind of big for that one though. Let's take that off. Oh, I kind of like that. Now I'm not sure if I want it like that. Let's see. I think I do want it like that. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to use glue dots. And I don't know if you can see these. These are real tiny. It's kind of like looking for your contact lenses. They're kind of hard to see. But the trick to using glue dots is whatever you're going to stick, you need to touch the surface to the glue dot and then peel it off. Don't try to peel the glue dot off with your finger, because that does not work at all. It ends up stuck to your finger and it ends up in a ball instead of being flat. So see, I've stuck my flower to it. Now it's on the back of the flower and I can stick it down. I use glue dots a lot. If you're going to stick something that's glossy or that needs extra adhesive, you know, something like this, like my regular tape runner adhesive would not hold this very well at all. I use glue dots, or sometimes I use a little tiny bit of craft glue. And you can get these in a dispenser like this. You can also get them on flat sheets. Okay. There we go. See, I've got the glue dot on there. Let's see if I can get that centered. I kind of like that on there. Okay, and then I think what I'm going to do is attach it here, but I only want it on the top flap. I don't want it on here. So I'm going to use glue dots again because this might get handled a little bit and I don't want it to fall off. So let's see. There's one. Let's see if I can get the other one. Okay, so I have two on there. And then I want it centered on here. There we go. Oops, I did not center that very well. Uh-oh. Oh my goodness. Glue dots, one thing about them, they are not very forgiving. If you put something down in the incorrect spot, it's difficult to get up without tearing the paper. See, I tore the paper, but I'm going to cover it back up. Let me add another one. There we go. I did not get that centered at all. Try one more time here. Take my time this time. Okay, I think that's better. Okay, so now I have this upcycled project, and normally this would have gone in the trash, and actually my daughter goes through quite a bit of these, so we unfortunately have a lot that end up in the trash, but it's kind of a cute little container, and I will probably keep it in my craft room. I think I might hide my candy in it. I have a hard time keeping candy in here because as soon as somebody finds out it's here, they're into it. But anyway, so here's my little project, my upcycled project. I hope you enjoy it. I hope it inspires you to use something that you normally would have thrown away. I have lots of stuff in here. I have some lemonade canisters from my brother. I have some coffee cans. I have creamer bottles that coffee creamer comes in. That's a really cute shape that I thought I might make something out of. It reminds me of a penguin. But anyway, so there's my project, and it was inspired by Pantone's Color of the Year. And I hope that you will visit the other videos in the collaboration. See you next time.